Hey everybody, it's Alison Heikkila. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have right here on my desk part of the June release from A Colorful Life Designs, and I was really excited to share it with you. It just got here a little while ago, and I'm going to cut it open and show you all of the exciting goodness that I have for the month. Again, this is not the full release. The June release has 21 new stencils and 2 new stamps. There's a couple of extra things in here, one of which I won't be able to show you, but I'll explain that in a minute. But let's start with these stamps. Okay, can you guess the theme for June? We've got a sea theme going. This first stamp set is hilarious. It's called Oh Bite Me. I mean, look at this guy. This guy right here is worth the price of admission. He's hilarious. And he says, "Oh, bite me." A sea of thanks. That's a great sentiment. And I don't think I've ever seen that on a stamp before. Love that. But you can just omit all of the stencils and just use these fantastic fish and come up with a great card. I can't wait to color these. That's going to be a lot of fun. You know what I might do? I might stamp some of these directly onto some of my gel press prints and cut them out, and then there you go. They're pre-colored and they'll be adorable. This other stamp set is called Chasing the Sun. I really like the brushy, scripty font of this. I like these little shells. We have High Tides, Good Vibes, Forever Chasing the Sun, and Stay Wild, Ocean Child. Love that. Okay, so we've got some card bling, some nice matte black, which love matte black, and it's confetti, so there's no holes. Super fun. Thank you for that little surprise. Okay. We're going to open up the folder, and like I said, there's going to be one stencil I can't show you. Let me see if I can find it before I pull everything else out. There it is. Okay. Don't peek. So, Kay started in May doing a mid-month stencil release, and it's just a single stencil. So I had to pull out the June one because I'm going to be showing this video to all of you in the beginning of the month, so you can't see the one that's coming out in a couple of weeks. So that's why I had to pull that one out. This, oh, there's a mask too. I didn't know the mask was coming with it. Okay, let me open this up. This is called What a Splash. This is going to be so fun, especially with the coffee release from a couple months ago. Oh, look at this. I want to make this with like paint. Okay, here is What a Splash. Let me see. Can you see that better? Yeah, that's better. And you also have the mask of the main part of it. So you can stencil around it, and this could be white, or you can have a pattern underneath here. Oh, that's going to be fun. I love that. So the stencils that Kay sends are never in packaging unless there's multiple pieces. Just to save on, using excess materials and all of that. So if there's packaging, it's just because there's more than one part to whatever the stencil is. So I'm going to set that off to the side. I'll put it away later. So this is the mid-month release for May. I'm sorry, not May, April. This is the mid-month release for April. I'm getting confused because technically, in my world, as I'm recording this, it is April. Not June, not May, but this just came out in the middle of the month. It's called Queen of Mom. So this is already, this has been out for a little while, but I just got it in my hands today because it just came out in my world like a week or so ago. So this is going to be really fun. I want to make this with gold embossing paste and then maybe do a few different colors, like an ombre of some kind. That's going to be great. Okay, so the one for the May release, which at the point of you seeing this video is also out, because again, this is now June in your world. This one is called Dad You Rock. I like this a lot. I think that my kids are going to really like making cards for my husband with this. And again, putting some metallic embossing paste up there would be really cool. I like that it's kind of a wonky crown. That's cool. And what I also really like, if you don't want to make a dad card, you don't have to. I mean, let's be honest. My dad passed away a very long time ago, so I'm not making any Father's Day cards. But you can just do You Rock. And that is something that I say all the time, and it's very hard to find a stamp that says that. And the fact that it's so big, right here, this is how I'm going to use it. I'm going to not use the dad part. I'll let my kids use the dad. And I'm going to just use the You Rock, because what a great encouragement, right? Love that. Okay, so that's out now too. Actually, all of these things are out now if you're watching it, but those two were out earlier. Okay, kind of a plant fanatic. I love to garden. I love houseplants. I saw this stencil and I was like, oh, gotta have it. It's called Monstera Leaves, and this is a big 6x9 stencil. I love when Kay has these larger stencils because you can get 2 card fronts out of just one stencil time. You know, however you're doing it. If you're using paste or if you're using ink, whatever you're doing, you get 2 fronts at once if you're doing A2 size card. So this is really pretty. I like how open it is and lacy looking. And you can easily just isolate, like if you just want 1 or 2 leaves, just tape these areas off and just isolate the one that you want, and then you're good to go. Okay, moving on. And I know I said ocean theme and I haven't showed you any ocean yet, but we're getting there. This is called Party Lay. This is so pretty. I love these very simple looking florals. I like that there's a lot going on in negative space around the florals. There's enough room at the center of each flower where you could put a rhinestone or a sequin or use some Nuvo drops or pops of color, whatever you've got, so that you can add a little bit of dimension, a little shine, however you want to do it. You can even, if you want to, say you stencil this whole panel, you can take some of these circles that are around the negative space and kind of pop those into the middle too. So that's a fun way to use it also. This is going to be really pretty. I can see gel pressing this in my future for sure. Next up, we have double ginger flowers. I really love the boho vibe of this. I could see this on like a bag. I definitely want to use this on like an Artistry zip case and sublimate, you know, in like warm tones, red, orange, yellow, pink, and just get it on the zip case. And then I have a little pouch that I can use this with. I think that that's going to be really pretty. I'm wondering if I can actually attach these and make a full circle, or at least a half floral with this. I'm going to have to try that. I think it's lovely. I like that it's opposing angles coming at you. There's room for a sentiment in here. You can definitely do it this way if you want to. This is going to be fun to play around, and there's plenty of room in between the shapes where you can isolate your colors, which will be really nice too. All right, here we go with the ocean. This is Double Waves. Look at how pretty. This is another 6x9. You don't have to use it all together. You can easily just do 1/2 of it at a time. They're lovely. I love the movement here. This is something where if I'm using my stencil brushes, I might want to use some pixie spray, especially here, because these areas can move pretty easily. These are connected pretty tightly together, so you don't really need it here. But for this spot, having some pixie spray on there from Thermoweb would probably be advisable. But that's going to be really fun to use. Imagine shades of blues and teals and greens, and or maybe you're doing it on like a teal cardstock and you're using white embossing paste on top. That would be really nice too. Lots of fun things to play with for that one. Oh, this is fun. I love this. This is called Bubbly Waves, and truthfully, the first thing that I thought of was beads. I don't know if you've seen my tattoo really well, but it reminded me of this part of my tattoo because I've got beads there. That's the first thing I thought of. I totally see the wave theme going here, but I thought of jewelry because I'm a jewelry girl. I'm thinking that I'm going to stencil this whole thing and then maybe make each one of these little bubbles or beads, as it were, a different color. I think that'll be really pretty. Now we have rolling waves. Look at that. There's so much movement here. What I think I might wind up doing is stenciling this whole panel and then taking my X-Acto knife and perhaps slicing a couple of these areas just above the tops of the waves and slipping like a fish in, or maybe a message in a bottle or something like that, just so that, you know, you've got some depth happening too. I think that that's going to be kind of cool. I'll have to see if I can remember. I'm going to have to rewatch this video for myself so I remember my ideas. This is one of my favorites for the month. This is called Waterspout. This has such a 70s vibe to me. And again, I totally see the water thing happening here, but I'm just thinking like retro cool 70s, and I want to do it in like browns and rusts and like marigold colors and just make it super like, I don't know, 70s. Put like good vibes across here or something. That's what I see. It looks kind of fun this way too. You could do this in any direction. It's just neat. I love that. So that's everything that I have from the release. Here are the 2 stamps again. Let me pull those out. There are more. Like I said, there are a total of 21 stencils and these 2 stamps in this release. I just chose what I knew I had time to work with and some of my favorites, but really you can't go wrong with anything from A Colorful Life Designs. So if you plan on shopping, you can definitely feel free to use my coupon code, which is ALFAN10. And I'll be sure to put that in the description box below, so make sure that you click on that. And then you'll save 10% unless you're buying the bundle, which I totally encourage you to do as well, because you save a bunch of money if you buy the bundle, but then you can't use the coupon code because it's already discounted. But if you're just shopping around and you're getting a few things, feel free to use that code. So that is the June release, or part of the June release. And I can't wait to show you everything that I make with this stuff. I'm excited to get playing. So look forward to seeing some of that. I'll have it up all month long and beyond. And then don't forget, mid-month, there's going to be another stencil that I have here, but I can't show you yet. So I hope you look forward to that too. I will see you guys very, very soon. Be well, stay safe, peace out.